y'all, what's up? It's Molly. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome to another video. If you are new here, my name's Molly. I am a current sophomore at the University of Alabama. I'm a public relations major on a Pi Beta Phi here, and I'm so excited to bring you guys along for a drive with me and Q&A today. I have been wanting to film one of these for so long. It has been a hot minute since I filmed one last. Because the semester is coming to a close, by the time you guys see this, I will be on my drive home for the summer, but I just wanted to kind of wrap up the year with a Q&A. I feel like that'd be a good thing to do and just kind of give you guys another opportunity to get to know me better. I didn't have any specific topics I wanted this to be, just kind of like anything you guys wanted to know. So I'll be addressing a wide variety of things you guys asked me on my Instagram, which if you do not follow me on there, you totally should, because that is kind of where I feel like you get the most updates about me and kind of get the vibe of my day-to-day. But anyway, I'm in line for Starbucks right now. Once I get my food, we're gonna drive and I'm gonna answer all of the questions you guys asked me. You guys asked me some really great questions and I think it's gonna be really fun. Currently dead week here at the University of Alabama. It is a Monday. I'm filming this. I do not have much to do today. That is why I decided to film this today, but the rest of the week I'll be preparing for my finals. I only have 2 finals, which is very lucky for me. Most people have 3 to 4, so I'm feeling very blessed at the moment. I will be filming a lot. You guys, this is not the last college content you'll be seeing from me for the semester. I have at least 5 more videos coming after this that will be college content, some last semester vlogs, different things like that. So be on the lookout for those, because those are all going to be really great videos that I'm just really excited for you guys to see. But once I get my food, like I said, I'm gonna go drive to find somewhere cute. We can sit and chat and you guys can get to know me a little bit better. We're gonna answer some questions now because I'm still not at the front of the line, so we're gonna answer them. I have a ton. I screenshotted all the ones that I wanted to do, but I'm gonna go through them kind of randomly just because I don't have a specific order or anything I want to go through. I really liked this question, so I definitely wanted to include it in here. But it is, what's your favorite thing about Bama and what made you choose it? So I have mentioned this story briefly, especially around the time of my college decision. The University of Georgia was where I thought I was going to end up. I didn't really see myself anywhere else at the time, and I toured a lot of places. My dream school prior was UNC, but the way the cards fell, I didn't get in there, and I actually really did gravitate toward the University of Georgia the most, even with that tour. Like, I toured UNC, obviously. I toured Georgia going into the summer, going into my senior year, and pretty much at that point, like, I was like, okay, I'm applying early action. If I get in, I'm gonna go. Like, that was pretty much what I thought. So I got in. I pretty much, like, thought I was going there. Like, I kind of was going through the motions, looking for roommates and doing everything. And then I toured Bama December of my senior year. So this was halfway through my senior year. Bama was the first school I got into. I got into Alabama first week of October, and it was the first school I was accepted to. And so I was like, let's just go see it, just because like I felt like it checked off all the boxes for me with sports. It's a big southern school. It had Greek life. I just kind of wanted my college to be somewhere I visit and somewhere where like I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a very like special place, I guess, if that makes sense. And really what drew me here, first of all, the campus is the most beautiful campus I saw on any of the colleges I toured. Like, that is because I came in touring not even like having any expectations. Like, I fully was expecting to be like, man, it was fine. I stepped on this campus and it was like my dream. Like, I cannot even explain to you. I had that epiphany moment where I said, this is my school. It is just the most beautiful campus. I love the southern charm and the southern vibe. Everybody's so nice down here. Obviously the sports are incredible, which was a big thing for me. I really wanted to have a big sport atmosphere. The communication school here and the public relations program specifically is one of the best in the country. And so that was what really drew me here, because I would have been going to somewhere that had a lesser program but maybe looked more distinguished on paper, and that just wasn't anything that mattered to me. Like, if I fell in love with a school and a program, like, that was where I was gonna go. I wasn't gonna care about the acceptance rate or anything like that. But I really did have that epiphany moment when I toured, and that was kind of what led me here, and I'm so freaking happy. So that is my short answer to that. I could go on about that all day though.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi, could I get a grande mango dragon fruit refresher with lemonade, please? Could I also get a chocolate croissant warmed? Thank you. They gave me a straw. They never give me a straw. That was so nice. Okay. It is so, the one thing that's kind of like something I didn't expect here is that there is so much traffic all the time. I will drive anywhere in Tuscaloosa, guarantee you there's traffic. It's like you're in California, but you're in Alabama. So why we have this much traffic will forever be a mystery. Let's do another question. The next question is, when do you finish the semester? So like I said, it is dead week here currently, and that runs this entire week. So basically what dead week is, it's just like a week of mainly review, studying your last few classes, which are mainly wrap-up classes, and they normally don't assign any additional assignments or homework. It's like purely time to study for your finals. Finals are next week, Monday through Friday. I have one on Monday, I leave on Wednesday, and then I have one when I get home on Friday. So they literally got like split in half, which like I'm completely fine with. I am taking a summer class though, so I will be taking that. It's end of May to like mid to end of June. So I pretty much get like a month break in the beginning of the summer, one class, and then a month break at the end of the summer, which is really nice, and it worked out really well. I'm gonna pull in to this parking deck, and then I'm gonna answer more questions. I'm gonna try to go to the top. Hopefully it's not full. Okay, it's not full. So, I'm gonna unbuckle. I have my Starbucks. Okay, so a follow-up to when I finish the semester, staying in Alabama or going home for the summer. I am going home for the summer. I'm doing my summer class from home. I'm gonna work a little bit. I DoorDash just because I can like make my own schedule, and with like YouTube and like my summer class and everything, it just makes the most sense for me to continue to do that, but I am going home for the summer. Current TV show. So if you did not see my Instagram reel, fall mail in there once again, I did go to Covington, Georgia, where Vampire Diaries was filmed, and it kind of happened, like it was a very spur of the moment decision to go there. But I am currently watching that. I started watching it before we even went, but I'm on season 3 right now. I've watched it before. I've watched it a handful of times, but I'm watching that again. Helicopter just decided to say hello. What equipment do you use for YouTube? So my camera that I use is a Canon SX730. I actually got it. Canon has like a refurbishing program where you can buy like new cameras that they obviously refurbish for a cheaper price. And at the time when I started YouTube, like I wasn't really in the market to buy like a really expensive camera, and I love her. She's a really nice camera, so I've been using it for about 8 months now, and I've had no complaints, so I'm going to stick with it until I either have enough money to buy a new camera or I just feel like I need an upgrade. I have a small tripod. You're on a car tripod right now, which I got on Amazon. The small tripod I believe I also got on Amazon, but you can also find them at places like Target and Best Buy. That's really all I have. I also have a converter to upload, like plug into my camera to upload my footage to my computer, but besides that I really don't have much else that I use for YouTube. I'm very minimalistic with that stuff. I just feel like I don't want to make a big production out of everything. I like it being very everyday, like natural vibe. So that is kind of my list of stuff I use. Will Alabama be having normal class and football next year? They are saying currently to us that we will be having normal class, normal football, all of that, which is so exciting because I have not had a single in-person class this year, all year. I went to one football game. It was 25% capacity. We just had our spring game, which was 50% capacity, and let me just tell you guys, that was like the most fun game I've had in so long, it feels like, because it felt more normal. Like it felt like Alabama football was like really back. Fingers crossed everything turns out better and more normal than this past year, but they're telling us yes right now. The next question is, favorite thing about Pi-Fi? I love that you really can come as you are. There were a lot of houses through Sorority Rush where I felt like I had to be a specific way in order to be liked by that specific sorority. And with Pi-Fi, I just never felt that way. I always felt like I was accepted for who I was, and that I would never be judged for the things I like or the way I dress or my personality, and that's a very special thing to have in college. So that's my answer to that. The next question is, how do you manage your spending in college? If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'm not very good at managing my spending. Obviously, I worked over the summer because I'm a full-time student. My parents allow me the privilege to not have to work during school, which is really nice and something that I will forever be so thankful for, that I have the opportunity to like focus on my extracurriculars and everything I do here year as a student, but over the summer I do work, and so I make the most of my savings through that. And then obviously I do get a paycheck from YouTube, which I only get every month, so whatever I make in the summer is what I have to spend here. I am pretty good about saving it throughout the whole year, like what I make in the summer, but I think I could definitely be better. I think it's really important to utilize the things your school gives you, the things you're paying for. We do a thing called dining dollars, so like I can use them at places like Subway and Chick-fil-A on campus, which I try to use often just because I feel like it helps balance like saving me more money with food and stuff like that. And then maybe just not doing too many impulse purchases, which I definitely need to work on, but that's probably my best advice. The next question is a dream job. My dream thing to do is to work in fashion PR, either for a brand or for like a company like Vogue or Harper's Bazaar or something like that. Like a brand would be really cool, like something like Levi's or Urban Outfitters or something like that, where I can like really contribute to a full brand. But Vogue PR would be the ultimate dream job. I just think that would be absolutely incredible, and the opportunities you get doing social media for them and doing media relations for them would definitely unlock a lot of other connections and opportunities that I think would be really unique, and that is definitely the dream. I'm open to other PR jobs as well. There are a lot of different routes in PR that you can go, which is why I really like it, because you can do it in any industry you want. I could do medical PR, I could do sports PR, I could do influencer marketing, I could do food PR for like a food company. I can really do whatever I want with that. As of right now, fashion is the dream. It has been for a while, but I'm open to pretty much anything. How do you deal with being so far from home? Truthfully, if I'm being completely honest about it, I do struggle with homesickness. I still do. I've always been really close with my family, and so being so far from them is nerve-wracking just because I enjoy like that time with them, and it is hard. Like whenever I leave, I always have like a period when I come back to school or I'm away from them where I'm sad, more anxious, I miss my dog, different things like that. But I think the most important thing to really get your mind off it that I do still is get very involved and busy in school. Rush was the first big thing I dove into when I came as a freshman, but every semester after that I've just been like hanging out with my friends right when I get back, doing things for clubs, just really trying to keep myself busy, entertained, occupied, so I'm not really dwelling in missing them. I would not ever transfer if that is something that you guys maybe want to know. I love this school so much. If this school were in Pennsylvania, I would stay in Pennsylvania, but it's just like I have such an attachment to Alabama and this specific school that like I couldn't imagine myself going anywhere else just because of how much I've had such a positive experience here. What editing apps do you use? So I used to use VSCO a lot. Like I used VSCO for pretty much everything. I went through a Lightroom phase, which if you go on my Instagram and scroll down, you will definitely know exactly where my Lightroom phase was. But my current and holy grail editing app is Teza, which I use one filter on every photo. Bring the filter down a little bit, I add highlights, and I add a bit of contrast and a bit of saturation. That is what I do on every single photo, because I feel like it kind of enhances the photo without looking too edited, which I really like, and that's why I started using it a lot more. The next question is, where are you staying next year? In your apartment or in your sorority? If I were to have stayed in my sorority Pi Phi, I would have stayed there this year. I chose not to for a few reasons. I'm a very introverted person. I like my own space. I like my own time. I didn't really want to live in the same room as somebody else. I lived in Pres 1 my freshman year, so I had my own room even in the dorm, and I had a bathroom that I shared with my roommate Ava, which was totally fine. We didn't have any problems with sharing a bathroom. Really like having my own space. I will be staying in my same apartment that I'm in currently for next year, which I'm really excited about. My little will also be in the same building as me, which I'm so excited for because she wanted to live in the house, didn't get the opportunity to do so, but I'm personally really excited because I'm gonna have her 2 floors below me and we can literally hang out all the time, which will be really fun. Okay, so this next question is going off of what I was talking about with my little, and it is, how did you and your little meet? So I had a very weird situation happen to me this past year. I could not move into my apartment until August 14th, and because Rush was entirely online, I was able to do Rush from home, so I wasn't even in Tuscaloosa for sorority recruitment and didn't really talk to anybody. So I, on bid day, met PNMs and new members all at once. Like, I really didn't talk to anybody during rush. And so I was kind of like, oh my gosh, because like my big met me during rush. So I was kind of like, bro, if I don't have a little, if I can't find anyone that I like, I'm gonna be so upset. And so I was a pod leader, which basically meant that I was basically the first face, active face for the new members, to be like a friend, a mentor, someone they can go to when they have questions about where my classes are or making friends with them, and just kind of making them feel comfortable in Pi Phi right away, because that's obviously very, very important. I wasn't Allison's pod leader, but when we were walking home from bid day, we walked the new members back to their dorms, and I was in Allison's dorm, or I was like walking people back to her specific dorm. And I was talking to a few girls in that group of girls, and we were talking about something that she wanted to talk about. I forget what exactly it was, but she came up to me and started talking to me, and we literally walked from Pi Phi the whole way back to her dorm together and talked the entire time. Like, we just hit it off right away. And I walked with two of my really good friends who were also pod leaders, and when we dropped them all off, we were walking back to Pi Phi, and I literally said to them, how much do you want to bet that this is going to be my little? Like, I was like, she is definitely my little. And now I am just so lucky that I have a best friend and a sorority sister in her, and I'm just like so glad I met her, because I genuinely don't know what I would have done if I had not met her. So love you, Allison, if you're watching this. But I love telling that story too, because it's crazy how fast like her and I just got along and knew we were gonna be big little. I like this question a lot. What's the most common misconception you hear about sororities? There are a bunch, to be honest, and I feel like part of it is because sororities are so different in different parts of the country, and I feel like the biggest area for sorority life obviously is the South. I would definitely say the most common misconception is that they're automatically party girls. At Alabama, sororities do not hold social events in their house. Like, you don't have parties at our sorority houses. We have a lot of obligations in a sorority, and academically, socially, contributing to the community in a positive way, meaning community service, doing things for our philanthropy, just being genuinely involved members of campus, not only with Pi Phi but with other clubs. We're very involved members of the community, and we're also very high in leadership in the Alabama community, which I think is something that sometimes people just perceive sorority girls as girls that just like skate by academically, socially, otherwise, and don't really do much, but that is the furthest thing from the truth. So that is definitely the biggest one that I hear. Okay, this next question is, what are some meals you get in your sorority? So Pi Phi gives meals to the members during the weekdays, 5 days a week. And you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then once a month they do a Sunday dinner, which is basically like a really nice meal, just for you to kind of hang out with your sisters and have like a really good weekend, I don't know, event thing that you can do. Some of my personal favorite meals, I'll just name some of my favorites because that's probably the easiest. I love when they do breakfast sandwiches and pancakes for breakfast. Some of my favorite lunch meals, they do Chipotle bowls that are really great with the queso, tacos. Poppy seed chicken is really good. That's like a lunch or a dinner option that they have. I like when they do spicy chicken sandwiches. Those are unbelievable. Spaghetti and meatballs is a really good dinner. Fettuccine Alfredo. They did a chicken with an Alfredo sauce, which was really, really good. Pizza bar is always fun. They do that for dinner a lot. Hamburger bar, things like that. Sometimes they do gyros, like Greek food. They do like orange chicken and rice sometimes. They just do a bunch of different things. Those are some of my favorites though, but those are some of the things that they serve us. What's something you wish people knew about you? Okay, so this is really random, but people sometimes don't notice it anymore, but I have a birthmark on my cheek, which when I was little, it was much darker. And in pictures, like when I was little, it's like so prominent. But I just think it's like a very unique thing about me. But then something more personal I feel like I wish people knew about me is that I'm very sensitive. Like, I hate confrontation. I'm not good at it. Like I said, I get homesick. I am very attached to my family and my dog, and I cry every time I leave because I miss my dog. Like, I'm just like a very sensitive person. I feel like I'm an overly empathetic person, which can be a positive and a negative, but that is something I feel like not a lot of people know. But that's definitely what I would say. Okay, you guys, that is it for this Drive With Me Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below, and to be sure to follow me on all my social media so you guys can stay up to date on my life. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time.